Your career is more than your income stream that pays your bills, and it also isn't your identity. Hi, I'm Alexandra Alaru, the founder of Confident Career Switch, where we coach you into the career that you love and also help organizations keep the talent that they fought hard to get before they leave and they grow somewhere else. So, there is lots of advice floating around about doing the bare minimum at work. That is horrible, horrible, horrible advice. Not only are you replaceable at work, these organizations will find any reason to let you go, but it defeats the purpose of you being there. It's your job to build your own personal brand when you go to work. Meaning, what is it that you want to be known for? When your name is brought up, what do you want to be said before your name or after your name? That's basically your personal brand. So when you go to work, you want to be known for doing something well and not doing the bare minimum. Now, you want to focus on the things that you actually care about. So throughout my career, I never volunteered to do any charity stuff because that wasn't what I wanted to do. That doesn't mean I don't care about people that are homeless. I absolutely do. But in that sense, I wasn't doing the Macmillan coffee morning. I just wasn't. However, if there was something that was going to align with the things that I knew were going to move me forward in my career, for example, coaching and mentoring, absolutely, I was going to take that on board because that's something I care about, I'm passionate about, and I knew it was going to help me move forward. So you need to figure that out for you. What do you care about? Because once you know what you care about, that's what's going to help you actually begin to enjoy your career one and enjoy what you do day in, day out at work. I know that there were days when I was a project manager that I was stressed out and overwhelmed and sat in meetings that drained the life out of me. However, when I had my business analysis mentoring group, that made my day. It literally lit me up, and I was like, this is what I know I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be coaching people. I'm supposed to be mentoring people. I know that I'm supposed to be advocating for these people so that when they go into their one-to-ones with their managers, they're articulating themselves correctly. They're asking for learning and development opportunities. They're going for promotions. They're documenting their journeys in their brag books, and they're not waiting until performance reviews come around to talk about all the amazing things that they're doing. It's inbuilt in the language that they have day in, day out when they're speaking to managers, their managers, and anybody higher up. Because the more you talk about the great things that you're doing, the better you're going to be known for doing those great things. So if I were to start all over again, starting a personal brand, especially if you've just started a new job, but you can take this advice on board if you've already been working in your organization or you pivot to a new department, I would set up coffee chats with as many people as possible and introduce myself, come in strong. First name, surname. I always said, my name is Alexandra Aileru. This is what I do. Make it very brief about me, but spend time talking and listening to what other people do, because I'm making mental note of two things. Number one, how are they an asset to me? And how am I going to be an asset to them? Because people only ever care about value. Once you position yourself as somebody that's valuable, you're an asset, and that means that people will want to keep you around. So that's one. Two, people like it when you remember things about them. It makes them feel special. So ask them things about their children, their dogs, their partners, spouses, all the things, and bring it up periodically. Hey, how's so-and-so doing? Oh yeah, I remember you mentioned this and this and this. And you build up that rapport whilst also exchanging value, and always go out of your way when you can to provide value. Is there a piece of information that you've gathered from a meeting that's going to be helpful to somebody else in a different department? Is there something that they're working on that is a burden to them at the moment, but you have a level of expertise where you're happy to step up and take that on board? Always ask yourself, how can I add value? People love value. Think about you and how you spend your money. You tend to spend money on the things that are the most valuable to you, and you tend to cherish the people that are also the most valuable to you. So how are you going to add value at work? And ways that you can add value at work are by volunteering for things, of course, that align with you and your career and where you want to get to, not the Macmillan morning, unless the Macmillan coffee morning is something that you love. So you can suggest, hey, I know that you are trying to implement something brand new. I would love to be a part of this. Are you great with social media? Lots of companies are not the best at social media. These are things that you can offer your services for. Also, is there anybody that you can take under your wing? So, for example, when I went off and I did my change management foundation and practitioner, I brought back that knowledge and I taught masterclasses to help other people within the organization. And people absolutely loved me. And again, I got loads of opportunities from that because I was taking knowledge that I had learned externally and bringing it into my organization. So that made me more valuable, more desirable, and opened me up to connect with more and more people. And once you begin to see your career and your job as a place where you can give value and get value, you see it as more than a place that just gives you money, but you see it as a place that gives you opportunities to create the life that you truly desire. And if you still feel like your job is only there to pay your bills, ask yourself, why is that? Are you really willing to spend the next however many years just coasting in a career that pays you and you don't feel fulfilled? Or are you actually willing to say, hey, I signed a contract where they pay me money, but I'm also there to get value from this organization, from this workplace, from this job title. Let me ask myself what I actually want from my career. And many people don't do that. Today is the day that you are going to begin to ask yourself, what do I want? And how can I get it? Because you're no longer going to spend your days, your evenings complaining about work and then going home to dissociate. There's better things that you can do with your evening. You feel so much more better and more fulfilled when you come home after a day of actually doing meaningful work. So stop allowing your career to just happen to you. Be intentional. Set up a one-to-one with your manager once you've figured out what you actually want from your career, and express this to them. I want X, I want Y. Where are the opportunities for X and Y? And there's lots and lots of money that's being pumped into organizations, especially the big ones, concerning learning and development. And if nobody claims it, then that money just gets put away somewhere else. Be the person that uses the money, that is dedicated towards learning and development. I know that I did for sure, and that helped me in my career. And I felt so fulfilled throughout my career in terms of getting speaking opportunities, in terms of being able to start my business now, and also in terms of being intentional with where I want to go 5, 10, 15 years time from now. And that was never a particular job title. It was just what I wanted my days to look like. And I'm grateful for where I am because I decided one day that I wasn't just going to allow my career to happen to me. I was going to be the person that was going to be in charge of it. So you can join our Discord to be a part of a community of like-minded individuals who care about their career and want to take it in their own hands. Comment Discord below and I'll send you a link, or you can click the description below to join directly. I shall see you inside.